All right, we just filled a puppy on Underdog Fantasy, $5 buy-in. We are selecting through 18 rounds, 12 teams. Let me see if I can pull up the, like how the puppy works as far as the rankings and, how you make it through the weeks, how you make the playoffs, things like that. It's right there. We go. So 100,000 to first, $5 buy-in. The work, so weeks 1 through 14, you are playing amongst your, I believe it's 12 teams, or 12, yeah. So 2 of your first 12 that you're playing the first 14 weeks make it to the next qualifying stage. Then 1 of those 10, you're in a group of 10, make it to the semifinals or quarterfinals. 1 of that 10 make it to the semifinals, and then a seat of 375 are in the last week. So that's kind of how it plays. We are pick 11 here, and we just started the timer. So as you can probably imagine, these are the top 12. Maybe move around a little bit, but relatively the same people that you're going to pick every single time. So, Jamar Chase is going to go 1-1 in every single fantasy. That's what he's been doing all year, just about. So pick 11 puts us in this like wide receiver block here. Hoping, Nico likely won't fall that far, but that's probably the favorite out there. Or I'm going to go Nakua just because Stafford with his receivers just chucks. That's what he does. Right, but digging into it, let's see how this goes. Just checking the sound there, seeing if you guys can hear. I am planning to stream these and kind of get like a typical setup going every week, trying to get a pattern. Maybe we pick out some plays and then we go ahead and draft some for the Thursday, Sunday, Monday games. Try to get a team for that, or at least a Sunday slate, keeping that going. But see here, I'm thinking we'll go Puka and then Henry on the turn. Well, just after the turn, I guess. We'll see here. Nico went 1-8, which, as you expect, he's probably the top of that kind of wide receiver block. Brown. Wow, that was a reach and a half. Where did he go? We'll go ahead and grab Puka. And then I'm guessing he'll go 2 wide receivers here. Drake London's not a bad option if need be. If either one of these receivers are still there, I'm grabbing them. But if they both go, okay, you went Austin Gentry because he probably wouldn't be able to get back until, he might be good for one of those wide receivers there. So I will grab Brian Thomas because he didn't grab both the receivers. And if you don't know, in Underdog, we are playing best ball. So what that means is you're not setting your lineup every week. The system is automatically putting in the people who scored the most, and that's giving you those points for that week. So receivers, you definitely want some receiver depth there. Workhorse running backs who are just going to get you those yards, get through those touchdowns. Those are priority. So you're definitely a big priority on wide receivers through best ball. You just want that depth. If one of them pops off, you want them to be on your team. Now, does anybody know what the shield means? Am I... Highly experienced. Oh, okay. These guys are just experienced. Okay. Okay with that. Get some experienced people in here. Coming up on the round 2-3 turn. And Matt McConkey. Good running back block right here. You get the receiver block, and then you get the running back block. And then now it's kind of, let's see how things fall. I had not been in position to get an elite quarterback throughout the couple of drafts I've done. Maybe might grab Jaden Daniels as our first pick on the way back, and then we'll go to maybe James Cook as a running back. We'll see how things line up. Oh, somebody just grabbed Daniels ahead of Allen and Lamar. That's crazy. Johnny Sunquest just grabbed Jaden Daniels when Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson were on the board. Must know something we don't. I mean, if you're going to grab a quarterback, you're grabbing Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jaden Daniels is good, but he's still, and not as developed and as, you don't know what you're getting as you do, Josh Allen is going to throw a lot and he's going to run a lot. Lamar Jackson is going to throw a lot and run a lot. I mean, that's what you're getting. If he passes on Allen here, we're definitely grabbing Allen. Let's see if that happens. I don't think, I was going to say, I don't think he'll pass on. I don't want to reach for Hurts. So we might be going maybe a Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield kind of a duo there. In the later rounds, we'll grab Baker Mayfield. We'll probably on this turn grab our first running back, either Trayvon or James Cook. He grabbed Cook, so I am going to get Henderson just because it's so far until we pick again. We have 3 solid receivers here. We got Nakua, Thomas, and Evans, so getting a decent running back is definitely the play there. I mean, if we look at our next pick, I mean, we're going to be down in here range. Maybe Zay Flowers, Kamara. Honestly, Joe Burrow there wouldn't be a bad reach. Where's T. Higgins? Has he been drafted yet? Adams, Pickens, Wilson get taken out there. You got to assume it goes right in this order. It's a pretty good, solid wide receiver block again. You got Wilson. Pickens is a kind of, a wild card. He was obviously the wide receiver 1 at Pittsburgh, but now he's in Dallas. Does having CeeDee Lamb, allow him to get open more because he's going to be looked at more as a wide receiver 2. He's not going to be on their best, safeties and cornerbacks, so we'll see. Yep, so all those wide receivers went. Grabbed Hurts at the 45. Let's see. Where's the board? Did this guy that just grabbed Hurts, does he have... He does have Brown. Okay, that's all I was curious. Jaden Daniels over Lamar. That's just wild. Brock Bowers fell to 23. That's crazy. Typically you see him, around this, 17, 18 spot. He fell down 23 and then a Trey McBride right after him. But I do like, 3 receivers. We got our running back. We'll kind of see where we're looking. Like I said, Joe Burrow's not out of question. Maybe on our second pick around. Might go Kamara here if he's available. If it's not Kamara, I'm probably not going to get RJ Harvey. Just a rookie. I don't like rookies being in those first couple rounds. It just not as experienced. You don't know what you're getting, but sometimes it works out for them, but it's just so hard to tell. Let's see here. Got 3 picks, so as long as somebody picks off Kamara. This guy's got 2 running backs. He's going wide receiver. He might grab Kamara because he doesn't have a running back yet. He can grab Kamara or Harvey if I had to guess, but yeah, that guy definitely needs receivers. He did grab Kamara. Do I do Rashee Rice here, or do I pick up because we have 3 solid receivers. I think we go Harvey. We get that, another good running back in there. Because the format, you have 1 quarterback, 3 receivers, 2 running backs. So right now I have the bulk of my, my points. I got the wide receiver, the running back. Quarterbacks are always going to get you 20 points just by playing, generally. If they great quarterbacks are going to get you more, but your average quarterback is going to get you your 25, 30 points. Now, right here, do I grab Rashee Rice for after suspension potential, or do I grab Joe Burrow as a pretty high-end quarterback? He doesn't have a lot of rushing upside, but I think, I mean, our next turn being 18 picks away, we're not looking at a quarterback. We do have the Baker stack later on, possibly, but we'll see. On our next pick, we got to go back to the wide receivers here. We missed the priority tight ends, I guess you could say. Kittle, Brock Bowers, Trey McBride. Next one being Laporta is definitely a great option, but then you start getting into the Hawkinson's decent, Warren's utilized, and then the other Kelsey, you're definitely might see some regression. We got Swift, Hunter. Hunter scares me too. Because, I mean, what if they utilize him as a safety or a cornerback or whatever he played in college? I know he says he wants to be utilized both ways, but the NFL. People going up against people who spent their entire careers doing that one position. I don't think he's going to be able to be utilized on both. It does, the way he's drafting, seem like he's going to be more of a wide receiver, the way they're talking. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, you never know. Who else do I have to potentially? Stafford. Trevor Lawrence is not a bad pick. If I can't get Baker on the... So I'm up in 7. So I'm down here. And I skip a couple. I'm like Hawkinson. Definitely not going to be in range for Baker. But I'm not going to be able to reach that far for him. I think Jawan is injured. Yeah. Jawan's injured. Julio's okay. Don't love any of the spots here. Jordan Mason is not bad for the Vikings. I thought he got 1,000 yards last year. Okay. Oh, did he get injured last year? I don't remember how many games he played. We are up next. I would like to take a receiver here, but I just can't reach. I don't like Josh Downs. The uncertainty in, I mean, Daniel Jones is not who I'm dying to get behind as a quarterback, which also puts me in a bad spot for Pittman. Reed's not a bad choice on the turn. Oh, he grabbed Hawkinson. Wow. I think maybe I go Johnson here, and then I'll grab Reed on the turn. And then, yeah, I think we're probably going Stafford for a QB2. Just to kind of pair him up with Puka. And Stafford's not a bad option. Like I said, he throws. And we kind of bypass on our top tight end by not going Warren here. But I think Reed's upside with Love. Doesn't get a lot of touchdowns. Well, we'll take the rookie. Why not? We'll go Warren there. On the turn, though, definitely need to pump the wide receivers again. Yeah, 3-3. I don't hate where we're at. But yeah, wide receivers are definitely where you want to be finalized. You want the wide receivers to have 6, 7, 8 wide receivers. As you can see, I mean, a lot of people are at 4. This guy's at 5. But we're right in that mix. You definitely don't want to, that guy. Yeah, this guy is struggling because not only did he might have 3 wide receivers right now, but he didn't pick one until the 4th round, which it's just how that thing went. I mean, you're not bypassing Bowers when he makes it to 23. I mean, you're grabbing him. On the turn here, I mean, probably would have reached for Tyreek Hill knowing I didn't pick a wide receiver in the first 2, but I mean, you can't really fault him for grabbing Kyron Williams for falling that far. Again, I probably would have went Hill knowing I hadn't picked a receiver yet. The same guy over here. Didn't pick anybody at Kittle. I'm probably grabbing Evans relatively easily, but he fell to us, so I'm not complaining. Or I would have grabbed if I knew I wasn't picking receiver, I'm grabbing Josh Allen. I mean, I'm not getting George Kittle at 33 knowing I haven't picked a receiver. So just kind of those kinds of things where, like, if we look at us, Nakua, Thomas Evans, we're doing pretty good there. Henderson, RV are still going to be main running backs for their teams. So it's not like we got, like, running back twos or, people who are going to be coming off as a third option fullback, something like that. We still got main running backs, but those wide receivers are wide receiver ones that are going to be putting up points. Same thing here. I mean, this guy's doing pretty good. Neighbors, London, Wilson. Those are wide receiver ones that you're definitely going to want to grab. So right now, this is probably the best team, knowing you got Kamara as well and Pollard. I mean, that's pretty solid. Hawkinson, yeah, he's doing pretty good, actually. That's a nice team. Yep, Baker did go at 91. Yeah, Ingram and Andrews went. I was hoping if I didn't take Warren, Andrews would fall, so I'm glad I took Warren here. Rashid. What do we look at for us? 3 picks. We're around this. I can't take Godwin because I picked Evans and I don't have Baker. And I mean, doing 2 wide receivers without the quarterback is tough. You're just kind of hoping he slings. As far as where is Stafford ranked? Okay, he's low. Okay, so we got time to pick him. Wow, he is very low. Stafford is that? Wow. Did he not have like a good... Oh, he didn't have 4,000 yards. That's probably why. And 20 touchdowns definitely lowers. But like you look here, he definitely was chucking. I mean, he still last 2 seasons ago was definitely, throwing pretty well. Interceptions a little high, but what are you going to do? I think up here we do go probably Luther Burden. Oh, I grabbed Kyler. I didn't realize we were on the clock. Dang. Okay. 20 seconds goes quick if you're not paying attention. Did not realize we were on the clock there. I thought we were 3 picks when I scrolled down. I'm actually going to grab Bateman on this turn. We'll get that other wide receiver. Just knowing he has a little bit more connection, a little bit more certainty. We'll grab him rather than, Luther Burden, who's, again, a rookie. Don't put rookies. If they fall, a couple points, I mean, he's projected at pick 112, so I'm not going to grab him at 110. You know what I mean? If he falls to 120, yeah, we look at him a little more. All right, so on the turn here, we got 2 quarterbacks, so I'm waiting for Stafford, and that's it. We do need to pump probably a wide receiver running back here, and then, grab a tight end maybe on the turn after. Like looking at the board, though, let's see. Njoku goes, Caleb Williams goes. Yeah, this guy's team right here, this Crickard, that's a decent setup there. I mean, the only one that is probably Charbonnet, and even then, it's not bad pick. Yeah, what does this guy have? Chase, McBride, Hampton, Ridley, Metcalf, Diggs, Addison. Okay, that's not a bad squad either. JJ McCarthy, obviously unproven in quarterback, so we don't know how that's looking, but getting the 1-1 of Chase and then having McBride fall to you as a 1 tight end. That's a pretty decent setup here. Okay, T. Higgins did go there. I was looking around for him, but he did go. This guy's running back squad, I mean, Bucky Irvin, I'm not overly high on, and then the next one being Swift and 40-year-old Aaron Jones. That's a tough running back room there. He did grab our Baker, though. I would have liked to grab Baker. That would have been a good link with him and Evans. Baker likes to scramble a little bit. He definitely likes to sling. If the Bengals went out and instead of paying 80% of their salary cap to 4 players and actually got an O-line, they could have. Unfortunately, I would have dropped T. Higgins. I kept Jamar and gotten Burrow and O-line. All right, so here I think we go I'm going to go Eckler and then try to grab Palmer on the way back. Not a ton of points. Is in Buffalo now, though. So we'll see how that kind of works out for him. Assuming this guy, 4 wide receivers, he may grab another one. Where did he just grab it? Gordon from? That's a low. Isn't Gordon pretty low? He's down. He was down here. And okay, he did go a second tight end this early. That works out for us. I will grab Palmer here, like I said, but yeah, interesting idea there to grab 2 tight ends that early. When he's sitting on 3-3 of running back quarterback. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. I know how to count. Oh, it tells us right here. Yeah, if I just paid attention. Doing decent there. Around 13. I'm probably grabbing Stafford at I don't even know. I didn't realize he was ranked that low. 176. So our next, that would be, might get him at 179. Oh, I don't know if I want to reach for him at 158, but I really do need Stafford. You do want to kind of have a quarterback wide receiver duo when you do these. We'll see. I'm not reaching 155 for Stafford or 158 for Stafford at 179 when he's projected. He might go in here, but there's really, does anybody else have? Okay, he does have Devontae Adams, so that's kind of potential. Crams, the guy to grab him. But he already has Lamar. And he has Zay Flowers, so he already kind of has a duo. This guy, there's really no reason for him to grab. And then over here, I don't think there's really any reason for him to grab him. So hopefully he just falls. Couple of picks. And it's not huge. Once you get down here in the 150 plus, people move all over the place. It's not set in stone for where people are going to go. This guy's a 1.551. He's doing pretty good on what he needs. Now we are going into round 13 here. We may be up into 6 picks, so we're looking like Cedric, Brenton Strange. I'm probably not grabbing. Probably going another wide receiver here, and then maybe Algier on the turn. That would actually be pretty decent. 5 picks. Do like a Tillman or Williams, and hopefully Algier's there on the turn. Getting a couple. Oh, he doesn't. I thought he was their touchdown guy, but apparently not. 1, 2, 3. We're looking around here at Douglas, Tillman. I'll probably go Tillman. Oh, rushing attempts. I was like, what? There's no way. -5 yards. Okay. Couple of, we go a stack with Dobbs and Jaden Reed. Dobbs has the upside. All these guys are Mario Douglas. Tillman's not great. They say fails to catch only target. Okay. Maybe I go Hollywood Brown because Rashee Rice is out. Maybe he gets thrown a little more in the beginning of the season. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Brown. We'll go Brown. And like I said, we'll go Algier on the turn, and then just pray that Stafford gets to us at 179. Then after that, after Stafford, we're looking at like a Cade Otton. I wouldn't hate. We're back here, and I think, ooh. Yeah. No, not, yeah. I think we take Najee Harris. think he's injured, which is why he's fallen. But the upside of Najee, I mean, he's yet to not have a 1,000-yard season, I believe. Algier is yet to have 1,000. I don't know, yeah, it's rookie year, and then fell off. So not big touchdowns either. I can see Najee Harris being their big guy in the back, getting touchdowns. So I like that pick better. We'll go Stafford. That'll cap out our quarterbacks. Definitely not drafting any more quarterbacks after Stafford. We'll probably grab Cade Otton on the turn, give or take. I mean, hoping he's still there. If we don't get Otton, I don't want to grab Isaiah Likely when he's a tight end 2. Granted, he's he's a very good one, but I would rather have somebody who's their main tight end. And as we know, Mark Andrews is also on the Ravens. There's our Stafford. We're 9 picks away. And Stafford is exactly 9. So hopefully when people just kind of stay in their order, maybe pick outside. Down here, it's where you can either get real value or you're just kind of picking whoever falls to you. I just can't believe, this guy went Jaden Daniels, Herbert, and Young. Okay. I mean, Burrow's probably going to be our QB1 at times, but, the Rams every now and then have that spike of offense. They drop 30. Puka Nacua goes off for 150 yards. Stafford throws for 300. That's kind of what we're looking for is that week. Just hoping Stafford continues to fall to us. Okay. Grab Likely there. He's got 2 tight ends, so I don't foresee him grabbing Otton. He'll probably go receiver. Might go receiver. Depending on who falls to him. Do like Stafford here. And then, like I said, we'll try to grab Otton on that turn. We should be good. I don't foresee him going 3 tight ends. I don't love grabbing 3 quarterbacks, but I'm not opposed to it. I mean, these are decent ones. Kyler Murray can scramble, Stafford can chuck, and then Burrow's your QB1 most weeks. And pairing him up with Nacua. We definitely got some decent. I do like our top, our 3 main receivers here. We'll grab Otton on the turn, like I said. And then I'm liking this team. I'm liking how that all formulated. I would wish I had noticed. I mean, Kyler Murray's would not have been my choice there at 107. I'm probably grabbing ETN or Allen, for being honest. Probably grabbing Aaron Allen because I did grab some. Yeah, I already grabbed a couple of running backs there, so I'm probably grabbing Allen there instead of Murray. But it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's not like it was a bad pick. But Murray definitely has some upside, some rushing upside. The only thing I've noticed is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on the week 8 bye, which week 8's not going to be a great week. But at least our QB1, mostly, I'm like talking Joe Burrow as our QB1, is still active while these guys are on our bye. So we should still put up some good points there. But yeah, I mean, like, oh no, I don't. I have to go to Mike Evans and Rashad Bateman. Like, it's not. We have a decent wide receiver room here. My upcoming turn, we're probably going wide receiver, running back. I'm probably done quarterback, tight end. I'm not grabbing more than 2 tight ends. They just don't. The upside's not there to potentially grab a third. I'm done at quarterback for sure. So we're looking good here. We'll see what we get on the turn, but I love how people always do like the projections. It's like you don't know. You don't know. Projected 2,800 points. It's like I could have 5,000. Like we don't know. I could have 1,000. People get injured. People suck. People don't end up being what they are projected to be. Rookies are a big wild card. I mean, they could get benched in week 3. I mean, we don't know. 5 picks away. I'm liking this, Denami Brown. And then maybe a Miller on the turn. I wouldn't hate that. Somebody grabs Bound, that opens up Taj Brooks. And then I grab DeAndre Hopkins on the turn. I mean, I'm not hating either one of those options. But he grabbed D-Hop, but maybe leaves Diami. This guy's got 7 receivers. I can see him going running back here and grabbing Brooks. Brickyard might grab... Oh, he grabbed Brown. Okay. And then he grabbed Lazavius. I think I'll grab Brooks here. And then maybe Knoll on the way back. I think that's a rookie. Yeah. Okay. Is there anyone else? Donnie Mitchell. It's just Indianapolis. The uncertainty there is concerning. Wow. Tyler Lockett. I remember like 22, 23, he was decent, but probably growing Knoll here. But I think we'll call that good. Run round 18. So that locks up our team here. Let's just kind of run through it. We got Burrow, Murray, Stafford. Very, very decent. Burrow's obviously, like I said, probably our quarterback 1 most weeks. Stafford pairing up with Nakua. On the running back side, we got Travion Henderson, RJ Harvey, Caleb Johnson, Austin Eckler, Najee Harris, Taj Brooks. Obviously, Taj Brooks being a rookie, but everybody else has definitely a high ceiling. I'm not surprised if Najee Harris pops off for 2 touchdowns and 100 yards. Like, that might happen. Austin Eckler might pop off for 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. RJ Harvey, Travion Anderson, they're going to be your main running backs. They're going to get you those 80-yard games, 1 touchdown games pretty consistently. And then you're going to have these guys popping in and out for their ceiling. Love our wide receiver room. We got Nakua, Brian Thomas, Mike Evans, all main running back 1 or wide receiver 1s on their team. Mike Evans, was it 11 years of 1,000 yards or something? I had no reason he won't break that this year. That's definitely going to be something they're going to look to do. Brian Thomas trying to get those Jags back on track. He's always a main target for them. Nakua is just a workhorse for Stafford. I mean, he's going to get 10 tries a game. Stafford's going to throw to him 10 times a game. He does every game. Bateman is not a bad wide receiver 4. Joshua Palmer, hopefully he can get things going with Rashee Rice. This looks good early on, giving us those points. And then Jalen Knoll, obviously rookie, probably wide receiver 3 over in Houston. And then Tyler Warren, K. Dotton, tight ends. I'm not putting a lot of weight into, but obviously they're decent. Hopefully Daniel Jones trying to get figured out in Indianapolis gets Warren involved a little bit, but 3-6-7-2 is definitely a good stat line for our picks. And I will try to be doing these, hopefully every day up until the season starts. And then we're going to try to do pick'ems, drafts, and stuff for the weekends once a week, things like that. So appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.